Here's how to set up MightyMeld in your project. In the MightyMeld documentation, go to Quick Start and copy this command to install the MightyMeld CLI. I'm doing a global installation, but you can choose to install MightyMeld locally in your project. For the next step, copy this command. Now this command does two things. It creates the MightyMeld config file if you don't have that, and also runs MightyMeld. To set up the config file, it requires some information. I'm using npm, also VS Code, and this is my app URL. I'll go with the default settings. To confirm MightyMeld is correctly set up, click anywhere on your app, and you should see the components listed in the left panel. Now you can start making changes to your application. So let's have a quick look at the config file created. The run prettier enables prettier code formatter, and the include contains the entry folder for your application component. And if you have any other folder or file outside the SRC folder that you want included in MightyMeld, you can also add that here. And here's the application URL. The editor specifies the template for opening file in your code editor. And in this case, I'm working with VS Code. Here's a command to run the application. And finally, Tailwind is enabled here because I'm working with Tailwind in this project. So this is a Vite project. Setting up MightyMeld in a Next.js project follows the same steps, but includes a plugin setup. I have MightyMeld installed globally, and I don't want to install it in this project. So I'm going to skip the first step to run this command. So here's a quick one. If you noticed, I wasn't asked to select any directory for my Vite project, and that's because I only had one folder, which was the SRC folder. But for this project, I have a couple, and you can see them listed here. So I'm going to select the app and component folder because those are where my React components are. Next is the plugin installation, and I'm going to click enter. Now MightyMeld is asking to overwrite the next config file. And if you check here, I don't have much going on here, so I'm going to allow it. But if you don't want to overwrite your file, you can also skip this process. And in the documentation, go to plugin setup, select Next.js. Now copy this code and add to your next config file. But I'm going to click enter. Let's confirm this is working correctly. All right.